Hello everyone, welcome to Maths with HMD. Today I come up with a video all about a Scholastic Aptitude test, which is SAT and commonly known as Aptitude. Today we will discuss on University Entrance Exam 2013/14 Part 1 with a neat and clear explanation. Before starting, please try to subscribe my channel. Thank you very much. Let's get started. So here is part 1, and the quantitative reasoning part will focus on the Aptitude University Entrance Exam in the quantitative reasoning or mathematical reasoning parts. Okay, here is the general direction. Solve each of the problems given in the question 36 up to 16 below and select the best answer from the given alternative, it says. Guys, for any exam, reading and understanding the direction can be considered as doing of 25% of it. So, please have a habit of reading and deeply understanding the directions of your exam before doing any question. Okay, now let's get started. Here is the data interpretation part, which are 5 questions. So here is the sub-direction. Questions 36 up to 40 are based on a data given in the table below. Answer each of the questions based on the given data. So here is the data or the table in which the questions are based. So this column shows the year, this column shows the heavy vehicle category sold, this column shows the light commercial vehicle sold, this column shows the car sold, this column shows jeeps sold, this column shows two-wheelers sold, and this shows the total vehicles sold in each year. So generally the table is all about a data on a number of different categories of vehicles sold by a company over 5 years in thousands. Okay, have you understand this table? By the way, this is all about the questions are based on 5 questions are based on this table, and then we'll work based on this table, guys. So whenever looking on this table is required, you should have to come to this one and you should have to look on each value and on each value of the data. So let's get started. Here is question number 36, the first question that we are going to answer. In which one of the following years was the number of light commercial vehicles sold was 25% of the number of two-wheelers sold in the same year? A. 1999, B. 1998, C. 2000, D. 1996. Guys, before looking the next PPT slide, please try to do the question by yourself. Then after, check your answer with my answer. This is going to be the recommended way. Otherwise, watching the answers directly is not recommended. So after doing this question by yourself, let's check it. I hope you will got the answer, and here is the answer. So here let X be number of light commercial vehicles sold in each year, Y be number of two-wheeler vehicles sold, and Z be the percentage X to Y. This implies the percentage of number of light commercial vehicles sold to number of two-wheeler vehicles sold. So generally, if you are going to calculate the percentage of X to Y, you should have to use this formula. The percentage of X to Y is equals to X over Y times 100% for each year, right? So in 1999, Z is equals to 94 over 418 times 100%. From where we got this one? From the table. Could you see this one, please? In 1999, the light commercial vehicles sold were 94, and the two-wheelers sold were 418. So we are taking the data from this one. So please try to refer that table. So again, the percentage becomes 22.49%. 22.49%, right? Similarly, in 1998, by looking from the table, Z becomes 75 over 402 times 100%, and it becomes 18.66%, right? In 2000, Z becomes 119 divided by 476 times 100%, and it's going to be 25%. Similarly, in 1996, Z becomes 32 over 349 times 100%, and it becomes 9.70%, right? By the way, don't get confused, because the data which are X and Y are from the table. Whenever you look at it, you should have to see the table, right? So our question says, in which of the following years was the number of light commercial vehicles sold was 25% of number of two-wheelers sold in the same year, right? So the answer is in 2000. That is C. Have you got the answer? I hope you have done it perfectly. Next, we will see question number 37. Question number 37 is again based on the data that we have seen in the table. So, if the same percentage increase in the number of heavy vehicles as in 2000 over 1999 was expected in 2001 over 2000, approximately how many heavy vehicles were sold in 2001? This is a simple question, by the way. Let me read the choices. A 166, B 123, C 128, D 138. By the way, can you see the table? We don't have any data that shows the number of each category of vehicles sold in 2001. Yeah, we are expected to estimate based on the given data and question. So let's come here. Before watching the next session, please try to do it by yourself and check your answer with my answer. Okay, let's get started to answer the question 37. So here, let X be number of heavy vehicles sold in 1999. Let Y be number of heavy vehicles sold in 2000. Let Z be number of heavy vehicles sold in 2001, which is going to be unknown, right? And P be the percentage increase of heavy vehicles sold in 2000 over 1999, and Q be the percentage increase of heavy vehicles sold in 2001 over 2000. Could you examine what the relationship between P and Q right now? Because the question says, if the same percentage increase in the number of heavy vehicles as in 2000 over 1919 were expected in 2001 over 2000. So now P and Q are equal. So here is the formula in order to find the percentage increase. So percentage increase is equals to, for any quantity, the percentage increase is equals to final quantity minus initial quantity over initial quantity times 100%. Bear in mind, this one is the general formula used to find the percentage increase of any quantity. I will repeat it again. Percentage increase equals to final quantity minus initial quantity over initial quantity times 100%. So in our case, X is going to be 86, which is the number of vehicles sold in 1999. You can refer the table. Y is 103, which is the number of vehicles sold in 1000. You can refer the table again. P and Q are equal, which is given from the question itself. So generally, P is equals to Y minus X over X times 100%. This is to imply the percentage increase of heavy vehicles sold in 2000 over 1999 is equals to the number of vehicles sold in 1000 minus the number of heavy vehicles sold in 1999 over the number of heavy vehicles sold in 1999 times 100%. So this implies P is equals to 103 over 86 times 100%, and it becomes 19.77%. Look at this one. So therefore, P is equals to Q, which is given, and it becomes 19.77%, right? And it is exactly equal to 0.1977 in number. This one in percentage, and this one is in number. So now, Z becomes Y plus Y times Q. What's Z, by the way? Number of heavy vehicles sold in 1001, which is based on the number of heavy vehicles sold in 1000. So Z is equals to Y plus YQ, and Z is equals to 103 plus 103 times 0.1977. So this implies 123.36. And the question says approximately, right? So approximately it becomes 123. When we interpret this one by using the given data and the given conditions, the number of heavy vehicles sold in 1001 were 123, and therefore the answer is going to be B. I hope you got the answer, right? Let's continue again for question number 38. Okay, question number 38 says, which one of the following is the percentage of the number of heavy vehicles sold in 1999 to that of the total number of all vehicles sold in 1998? Bear in mind, I will repeat it again. Which one of the following is the percentage of the number of vehicles sold in heavy vehicles, actually, the number of heavy vehicles sold in 1999 to that of the total number of all vehicles sold in 1998. A 9%, B 8.6%, C 7.5%, D 12%. Let's get started. But before that, please try by yourself first and check your answer with my answer. That's going to be the recommended option. Don't, 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 again, don't watch the answer directly. This is not the best way. This is not the best recommended way, okay? The only recommended way is to do by yourself, to try by yourself and check your answer with me. Just for that, you should have to stop the video here and then just make a calculation and then check your answer with me, okay? Thank you very much. Let's continue to answer for question number 38. So again, as usual, let X be number of heavy vehicles sold in 1999 and let Y be total number of vehicles sold in 1998. By the way, our variables are based on the questions which are given here. Okay, we are interpreting, or we are formulating the mathematical equations based on this data. So bear in mind, each and every variable are related to this question. So now, percentage of x to y, we have already seen the formula. That's x over y times 100%. So here, in our case, x is going to be 86. This is to mean you can refer to the table and you can see the number of heavy vehicles sold in 1999, and it is 86. And y is going to be 1000, and you can refer from the table that the total number of vehicles sold in 1998 is going to be 1000, right? So let's do it. It's going to be simple. If you interpret like this one, you have done it more than 50% of the question, right? So percentage of x to y, this is in our case percentage of number of heavy vehicles sold in 1999 to total number of vehicles sold in 1998 is equals to 86 over 1000 times 100%, and it becomes 8.6%. You see, so the answer is going to be B, 8.6%. Have you got the answer, guys? Okay, thank you very much. Let's get started again. The next question, which is question number 39. in question number 39, we will see in detail actually. It says, in which one of the following years was the percentage of number of two-wheelers sold to the total number of vehicles sold during the same year was highest? A in 1997, B in 1998, C in 1996, D in 1999. Okay, before watching the answer, please again try to do it by yourself and try to check your answer with my answer. Okay, I hope you will got the answer. You will got the answer. So let's get started. Here is the answer for question number 39. So as usual, let's formalize the equations in variables. So let x be number of two-wheeler vehicles sold, and y be total number of vehicles sold, and z to be the percentage of x to y in each year. This is to mean the percentage of number of two-wheeler vehicles sold to total number of vehicles sold in each year, right? So in 1997, again, each data comes from the table which is given. So please try to refer the table. So in 1997, X is 323, which is to mean the number of two-wheeler vehicles sold is 323, and Y is 846. This is to mean the total number of vehicles sold in 1997 is 846. So Z is equals to x over y times 100%, right? This is the percentage of x to y. So Z is equals to 323 over 846 times 100%, and it becomes 38.12%. Okay, this is the percentage of the number of two-wheeler vehicles sold to total number of vehicles sold in 1997. Similarly, in 1998, x equals to 402, y is equals to 846. Please try to refer the table again. Z becomes x over y times 100%, and it becomes z is equals to 323 over 846 times 100%, and it becomes 38.12%. Right? This is to mean the percentage of number of two-wheeler vehicles sold to total number of vehicles sold in 1998 is 38.12%. Right? Okay, let's try again. In 1996, x becomes 349, right? Y becomes 750. So z is equals to x over y times 100%, and z becomes 349 over 750 times 100%, and it's going to be 46.53%. Again, it's going to be 46.53%. So this is to mean the percentage of number of two-wheeler vehicles sold to total number of vehicles sold is in 1996 is going to be 46.53%. And in 1999, x becomes 418, y becomes 1143. So z becomes x over y times 100%, and z is equals to 418 over 1143 times 100%, and it becomes 36.57%. So from these calculated percentages, which one is the maximum? This is the maximum, yeah, 46.53. So our answer is going to be C, because the question says, in which one of the following years was the percentage of number of two-wheelers sold to the total number of vehicles sold during the same year was highest, yeah, in 1996, and it was 46.53%, right? I hope again you got the answer. So let's continue to the last question for today's video, and which which is question number 40. So for each of the following category of vehicles that the percentage increase in the sale in 1997 over the previous year was maximum. Have you understood the question? For which one of the following category of vehicles that the percentage increase in the sale in 1997 over the previous year was maximum? A. Light commercial, B. Jeeps, C. Two-wheelers, D. Cars. Before watching the answer, please try to do by yourself. Alright? I hope you got the answer, and let's together. Here is the answer for question number 40. So let X be number of vehicles sold in 1996 for each category, and Y be number of vehicles sold in 1997 for each category. Z be percentage increase of sales in 1997 over 1996, and it becomes actually as usual y minus x over x times 100%, right? So for light commercial vehicles category, x becomes 32, y becomes 66, and therefore the percentage increase in sale becomes 66 over 32 times 100%, and it becomes 106.25%, right? For light cheap vehicles category, X becomes 349. By the way, X implies the number of vehicles sold in 1996 for each category, right? So the number of vehicles sold in 1996 for Jeeps is going to be 349. You can look at the table. And Y is 323. This is to mean number of vehicles sold in 1997, which is 323. 323. So Z becomes 323 minus 349 over 349. So times Z becomes 323 minus 349 over 349 times 100%, right? It becomes negative 8.05%. What does it mean? This implies it was decreasing. Actually, we can see. Let's check it. Let's check it once. So could you see please for Jeeps what is the total actually? Okay, sorry. I think what was the question? The last, right? It says for Jeeps, yeah. For Jeeps, what was the number of vehicles sold in 1996 and 1997? Yeah. Okay, let me try. Here is the table. For Jeeps, what is the total number of? Oh, I think I made a mistake while doing the question. I made a mistake while doing the question, right? I'm sorry, wait once. I think for Jeeps it's going to be okay. So sorry, I'm so sorry. I made a mistake actually. The every operation that was done for Jeeps is going to be for the two-wheelers. Okay, let's say for example you can see here for two-wheeler vehicles the number of vehicles sold in 1997 is 323, and the number of vehicles sold in 1996 is going to be 349, right? So there was a reduction or decreasing, yeah, that's why it becomes negative. This is going to be the negative value actually. So here I say sorry for my mistake. This result is going to be for Jeeps, and this result is going to be for two-wheelers. Okay, you can interchange. So for light car vehicles, there is no light car actually. For car vehicles category, X is going to be 202, Y is going to be 236, and Z becomes 236 minus 200 2 over 202 times 100%, which is going to be 16.83%, right? So our answer is going to be A, which is for light commercial vehicles category, and the percentage is 106.25%, which is more than double, right? And you can check whether it is more than double or not. You can check here. For light commercial vehicles, what was the number of light commercial vehicles sold in 1996, which is 32? What about in 1997, which is 66, which is more than the double? If you multiply this one by 2, it's going to be 64, yeah? So it is more than 64. That's why it becomes 106.25. So this is all about SAT 2003-14 University Entrance Exam Part 1. Thank you very much for watching my video, and please try to subscribe my channel. And next session is going to be SAT 2003-14.